Very first comedian of the night and the new face to Hezb comedy and head of leg breaking. He's head of leg breaking. If you don't laugh, he'll break your legs, metaphorically. Put your hands together for Mr. Khaled Adeeb.
One more time for Hashim McGarry. Seriously. I owe a lot of things to this man. I owe a lot of things to Hezb comedy, so I just had to represent. Hashim, despite of not being able to pronounce Shay Ben Ana or living in New York and whatnot, he's a very Egyptian personality. I'll give you that. Hashim can go on and on for hours on the phone, pointlessly, talking about absolutely nothing. Hashim is the kind of person who will call you at 2 a.m. Hey man, what's up? Hey. You asleep? No, Hashim, I'm skydiving. I'm delighted that you asked. Would you like to join me? Anyway, I'm Khaled Adeeb. It is a pleasure to be here in front of you today. And I want to talk to you about relationships. One letter away from being what it actually is. And relationships in Egypt, they're tough. They're hard. They're harder than anywhere else in the world because we tend to rush into things. We tend to take things a little too quickly. And I think the reason for that is really the Arabic language. I mean, you don't have a translation for the word like. I like you, and بحبك. I love you, بحبك. It tends to get a bit confusing. And another example of that would be, let's look at American media and compare it to ours. Recently, there's this, of course, hit song, everyone's familiar with it, Carly Rae Jepsen. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number, call me maybe. It seems a bit forward, giving your number to a stranger, but it comes into perspective when you look into the Egyptian version of it. بعد إذن سيادتك أنا معجب بسعادتك ممكن أكلم طنط. Straight to the proposal, out of nowhere. I think that's the reason, but you know, I'm in a relationship now. I'm currently in a relationship. No, it's singular. I'm in a relationship. She's not. It's kind of why Facebook invented it's complicated. So yes, it's complicated, but we got into a really big fight recently. It wasn't very fun. It was my fault. She caught me looking through her phone, and I know it's bad, but I'll give you the reason why. She didn't believe me, I hope you will. I was just retweeting myself from her account. I just wanted, it's innocent. It's innocent, I was retweeting myself.
Come on, man. And you did pretty well.
But yeah, the worst thing about a relationship, hopefully nobody goes through this, is breakups. Breakups are awful. And there are two, really. Breakups are black or white. They're either amicable, nice and pleasant, and everything's okay, or just absolutely awful. Awful. And let's run through a quick example of how a breakup should go. Like, sometimes you hear the ever-famous, I just want to stay friends. I just want to make sure our friendships is intact. Like, no matter what happens, we should still be friends and everything. And that's okay. I can respect that, but let me tell you what goes through a guy's mind the first time you see them after something like this. You know, like on campus, at work, in front of their doorstep while you're stalking them, wherever. You run into this person who used this line on you. On the surface, it looks totally normal. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? Oh, I'm fine. How are you doing? Let me show you what's happening inside the guy's mind. Go walks up. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? How am I doing? I don't know. How's my mother doing after nights and nights of helping me cry myself to sleep? How's my life savings doing after I bought you that ring? How's my future when I stop going to work, you bitch? I'm fine, I'm okay. How are you? It's fine. I'm fine. Oh, you're working out? Anyway. But yeah, Twitter, I mentioned Twitter. Twitter's gone insane. It's insane. People measure a lot of things by how many followers they have. 1,250, but But yeah, people measure a lot of things, and it gets crazy because people who don't know Twitter, it sounds really, really creepy. Like explaining this to my mom was like either creepy or extremely dramatized. I have 1,250 followers. People follow you? Isn't that a bit strict? Do you know these people? Are they your friends? Well, no, it's a social networking website where we share all our thoughts together, and you could use it for blogging and a lot of things. There's also the other perspective of they follow me. I am their leader. 1,250 men and women follow me, and I shall lead them all to hell. They are my followers. It gets crazy. A friend of mine, Ahmed Naguib, he was supposed to be here in the audience. Ahmed Naguib, he had to leave. He's single. Ladies and gentlemen. 17,000 followers on Twitter. That's why he's single. 18,000 followers on Twitter. He's followed by Barack Obama.
Me too.
I don't know you, but Barack Obama should not be following Ahmed Naguib. Naguib tweets about sushi and cupcakes and how much he likes reading. Why would Barack Obama, the verified Barack Obama, want to see Ahmed Naguib on his timeline? So ladies and gentlemen, I present you with my impression of Barack Obama looking through his timeline and seeing Ahmed Naguib's tweets. Oh, Michelle, you have to see this. Apparently there are sushi cupcakes now, Michelle!
Mr. President, Vladimir Putin on line one.
Tell Vladdy to wait, I have to know what he thinks about 50 Shades of Grey! Wait, no, you have to see this. That was my impression of Barack Obama. Thank you. So, Egyptian politics. Crazy stuff, huh? And that's my bit about Egyptian politics. Anyone have a summer job? Anyone? No? Anyone? Just me? Okay. I was a customer service representative. Very fun thing to do. I wasn't dealing with Egyptians. It was a Canadian telecommunications service, and there were Egyptians who lived there, the whole deal. But I had a couple of anecdotes I'd like to share with you. First of all, of course, we've all dealt with customer service agents when we have problems with our phone, and they tell you, just take out your battery, take out your SIM card, do that whole thing. So I had a guy on the phone, just happened to be Indian, and so he says, my internet's not working, what am I supposed to do? So I say, okay sir, first thing you do is you take out your battery. I assume the line went off. I called him back, and yes sir, I'm sorry, were you facing a network problem? No, you told me to take the battery out and the phone go off, what's the problem? Yeah. Those are some of the things I had to deal with, but I also had to deal with a lot of Egyptians living abroad, and we had restrictions. We couldn't talk about politics, we couldn't talk about what's happening in the country, we couldn't talk about all that. So it got a little tricky talking to the Egyptians, especially when there's a lot of, dead air. So, pretty much.
It's a great day when you're speaking to Khaled. How may I help you today?
Yes, hello. I'm having problem with my internet service. Okay, sir, can you give me your phone number, please? 01 111 3222. You're Egyptian, aren't you? إيه ده أنت مصري! حبيبي! اسمك ايه يا حبيبي؟ انا ما سمعتش اسمي خالد حضرتك. عاشت الاسامي يا ابو خوالد خلود. يا حبيبي. ايه الاخبار؟ ايه اخبار مصر بقى في الغربه يا باشا؟ احكي لي بقى وبتاع. كويس الحمد لله كله تمام. This was, mind you, this was right after the revolution. Directly right after the revolution. We're talking like June 2011.
في بقى انا سامع ان في مشاكل بقى والناس مسكت والاخوان جايه والدنيا مبهدله عندك خالص فين؟
لا هم كويسين حضرتك، مفيش اي مشكله عادي. يعني حضرتك بقى قلت لي رقم التليفون. لا ثانيه واحده يا حبيبي، لا ازاي لا احكي لي. لا هو واقع، يعني حضرتك انت عارف انا ما ينفعش اتكلم في السياسه كده يعني الموضوع صعب.
طب ماشي. طب على العموم بقى شفت مشكله الانترنت دي يا حبيبي بقى.
I started doing my thing on my computer. Everything's cool. Started talking about the weather. How's the weather in Canada? How's the weather in Egypt? Oh, it's great. It's fine. And Egyptians are sneaky. We're sneaky people. We are. Because it goes straight from what's the weather to who are you voting for. And I'll show you how. It's brilliant, really. I love it.
فايه اخبار الجامعه عندكم في مصر؟ لا مفيش تمام والله حضرتك هو حر شويه يعني الحر من دول. اخبار كندا ايه؟ لا تمام يا حبيبي الدنيا برد طول الوقت بس بنستحمل. الدنيا لسه زحمه؟ حضرتك كنت واقف على الدنيا من كام يوم بقى والدنيا واقفه تماما وبتاع.
اكيد الاخوان صح؟
هم ما احنا هربانين من فراغ. ما هم.
But yeah, that was my customer service experience.